everybody. Ooh, this is an interesting experiment doing this late at night like this. This is an exact time meditation, and it's exact at 10:22 p.m. tonight, the full moon in Pisces. And I thought, what a perfect time to do a meditation in the night than on a Pisces moon. Because Pisces is about dreamland and about the mystery. So we're meeting here on this dreamy night of Pisces moon, and it's perfect to be here in the middle of the night. Or maybe you're sitting in your bed, or maybe you're sitting outside watching the moon rise. I just came from a walk, and I was watching the moon come up over the mountain, and it was so beautiful and so big and so powerful, and you could feel it. And here we are all meeting together, coming together as a group, soul as a group, consciousness, to hold in the highest way that we know how to for the greater good of all. And this is where we are these days in these very interesting times. I was looking at the full moon in March, which was March, I think it was March 10th. And the next day was the beginning of the official pandemic beginning. And this is exactly 6 months later. And that was the full moon in Virgo, in the month of Pisces. And now it's reverse. We're in the full moon of Pisces in the solar month of Virgo. So 6 months later, so much has transpired, so much our world has changed. And so we need to organize ourselves to the changes that are happening. I wanted to make a couple of notes, and one is that the music you were listening to was a compilation between, a collaboration between Ginger Fung and Peter Warren, who recorded Ginger's beautiful flute and then did some work with it to make it more etheric for this full moon of Pisces. So I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you could be part of this. This is an interesting time in the world. And so how do you want to use this time? How are you using this time? How are you being able to take care of yourself, which is what I've been talking about in all my classes and with all my clients. I've been talking about how better can we take care of ourselves right now, because there's so much stress out there. And on that note, I want to make a couple of little announcements, and one is that yoga class starts up on Monday. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. And also, I'm going to be starting a meditation class, and I'm going to be starting that right around the equinox. It's going to be Wednesday, September 23rd. So watch for that if you're interested in developing a more formal meditation class where you can learn some techniques and ideas of how to meditate and the problems that come up in meditation and how to help yourself through that and what to expect, and all your questions can be answered. So I hope you maybe can be part of that as well, because that right now we need to meditate. And I've been meditating more than ever because there's so much moving energy right now. But on this particular full moon of Pisces, right, we're in that deep water. One of my totems is the blue whale. And I so relate to the energy of the deep, 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 deep water. And that idea of swimming through these cold, cold Arctic seas. You know, they eat no meat, they eat no seal, they just fill through plankton. And plankton is they go through their gills. And they filter, right? They filter all the water that they are moving through. And I feel so much like that is what I do in my world, is I'm filtering all this energy, negative, positive, whatever it is, and I allow it to move through me and out, through me and out. And this is really important in these times, that you don't take these energies personally, that you don't attach to them or get angry or get hurt feelings or find yourself tangled up with things that come up so much that you become paralyzed or separated or disconnected or not meditating or feeling like there's nothing you can do. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can do. But you have to come from this place of not attacking what you see or running from what you see, but to kind of move with it. And so one of the things we've been talking about in the Astrocast that Carrie and I are doing, we've been talking about how these energies are so intense right now, and they're going to continue to be intense for the rest of the year, pretty much constantly. But that doesn't mean that it is going to be bad for you. So everyone is going to be affected by these energies differently. So today is Mimi's birthday, or tomorrow is her birthday. Happy birthday, my friend, my friend, my friend. For her little Virgo stellium is trining this Capricorn stellium. And so for her, this is like liftoff, right? So it's going to be depend on what's going on for you. And what I've been saying lately is, I was born for these times, right? You were born for these times. You were. And that's why we're here, to help each other through this and hold hands and walk together and create a world that's better than it was, while what seems to be happening is a lot of deconstruction. And these things are happening and are happening fast and quicker than we ever thought, and it's almost like we're living in a dream. And that's Pisces moon. It's all a dream, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. There is this way of looking at life that is existential, where you start to get out of the details of your everyday and you start to feel and sense the movements and the undercurrents, right, that are happening, and the obvious things that are on the ground. But you can start to feel these undercurrents that are happening in our world. So on this beautiful Pisces moon, hopefully you're in a quiet space, hopefully you're in the stillness, and hopefully you have safe space around you right now, and you've lit your candle to join with many, many millions of people that are meditating all around the globe, because we are in 10 minutes going to be at exact time. So there will be the maximum amount of meditating going on this planet, from England to Japan to Australia to America to Mexico to Canada. Every place, everywhere, there are conscious souls that are holding and midwifing this new world. So I'm so happy that you could be part of this tonight. And it's sort of an experiment to go on Zoom as well, and to go on Facebook at this late hour. But I do feel like this is the perfect time. Like, in a way, it feels like we're backstage, We're not in the front, we're not in the daytime, we're not at 12 o'clock noon. We're in the dark, we're in the quiet, we're in the dreaming. And so what do we want to make be? What do we want to dream into fruition? And I think one of the things that we'll work on inside the meditation tonight is the idea of dreaming a new world, a better world, better than it was before. Black dog, right? Better than it was before. So on that note, I think that's a good place to start. So if you haven't lit your candle, do that now. I have ours lit. You saw it in the beginning. Yeah. And we're going to use that imagery to work with in the silence. So light your candle. And when you're ready to, just start to organize the bodies of yourself, your body, your physical body, your emotional body, because it's taken a lot of hits lately, and your mental body. And just feel them come into alignment, harmonize together by heart, by heart, by heart. And let yourself come into your heart center as you gently breathe in and out through the heart center now. Breathe in love, breathe out love. Breathe in love, breathe out love. Breathe in love, breathe out love. And let this meditation tonight be a healing of your physical, emotional, and mental body from whatever strains and stresses there may have been over this last 6 months. 6 months it's been since March 11th. Right? A lot has transpired. And as you're breathing in love, let it heal your nervous system. Let it heal your muscular and skeletal system. Right? Let it heal you. So through this whole meditation as you're breathing, feel yourself also receive a healing, whatever way you need it, which might be purely mental, right? From the strains and the stresses of the reactions and the attacks it feels that are out there in various ways, that you breathe in love and you breathe out love. And when I say love, I'm not talking about particularly romantic love. I'm talking about love, high love, God love, big love. That love that's in the heart chakra. It's not personal as much as it's universal, right? That big love. You inhale and exhale love into your body. You exhale love from yourself. And so there's this amazing exchange going on where you're taking in love and you're giving out love. And every time you take another breath, you feel your body, mind, and heart come more and more into the calm, into that Pisces moon, into the deep water, into that under. You get under, just like this nighttime meditation, you get under the day, where all the news is up here, and you get into the stillness. And breath by breath, more and more still. Breath by breath, more and more still. And just feel yourself enter now, like you're opening this ancient door. But before you enter, you look at it. And this door is beautiful. It's engraved. It's carved into. There's formulas written, scribed into the door, carved into the wood. The wood is old. There's crystals inside the wood that are shining out that you can see through, right? It's old. It's an ancient door, and it is the entry, it is the entrance of this meditation for this Pisces moon tonight. You come to the door. The door opens because it already knows you, it recognizes you. And the door swings open. And here's the world of your imagination, of your creation, of your dreaming to make a greater, better world. And you step over the threshold into the space, and immediately it's like a lifetime. Can you feel it? Once upon a time, there was a man or there was a woman, and they went through the door and they entered this magical realm where anything can be. And you look around in that space, and it's a world. just like this world, but it's different. The sky is purple, right? And whatever else is different or the same, you start to enter the space of this different world where people communicate telepathically, where we sing to each other to speak. It's a dreaming world. It's a dreaming world. And so we start to dream together. As a group, we dream together this world that isn't full of fire and hate and anger and fists. It's a world of love and music, beauty, goodness. And we're co-creating it together, and you're just imagining it into being. You're imagining it into yourself. You're imagining it into your own body. You're imagining it into your house. You're imagining into every single relationship that you have in any way with your mailman or your child or your partner or your parent or your co-worker, right? Your world. That there's love here, love, big love, high love. Where we're all kind of knowing that, listening to that together, like we all hear that sound, like dogs hear different sounds than we can, right? Their ears can tune into those very high frequencies. And elephants can hear really low frequencies. But as meditators, right, we start to be able to hear frequencies, right, in each other. We recognize each other. We say, I see you. Right, like Avatar, I see you. Right, we see each other because we recognize each other. And we're on that same road, all of us, whether we're meditating or not, we're all on this same road of a growing humanity and an evolutional humanitarian push of evolution. We're evolving. And in that evolving, there is much contrast and resistance to that evolution. And still, we are all going together. One of my favorite spiritual stories is about the Buddha. And the Buddha takes a vow. It's called the Bodhisattva, which means the Buddha's vow. And the vow is that the Buddha promises that and says that the Buddha cannot ascend until every being does before him, her. Right? Isn't that beautiful? So we're all in this together, and we're all coming together to move forward together. And even though it doesn't seem like that right now, we're moving towards that, and see if you can sense that in this dreaming world that we're making tonight, in this Pisces moon meditation, in this deep space as you cross the threshold, as you pass through the ancient door, and you opened into the space of dreaming together. What world will you make? What world will we make? And so from there, going deeper now, as you step into that space and feel yourself walking into this magical realm where you are creating and co-creating, almost like coming and bumping into other ones of us that are in this meditation right now, right? And we're creating together. Right? Making, creating. And see, what can we make that's made of love, that's made of sacred, that's made of the divine? What can we make together? Inside that space, continue walking. Seeing the worlds that are, seeing the worlds of things that are uncomfortable and beginning to recreate. What can I recreate or make better or heal along the way? And just by casting your gaze this way or that, right? Right? You begin to change the world. Change the world. What you focus on gets bigger. This is law. So if we're focusing on our fear, that gets bigger. If we're focusing on joy, that gets bigger. So together, right? If we're focusing on healing, that gets bigger. If we're focusing on destruction, that gets bigger. If we're focusing on peace, that gets bigger. If we're focusing on war, that gets bigger. What do you want to make more of? Light, light. And as you step another step, you step into this light world now. And it's a whole new experience of only light. All different colors of light, all surrounding you in different ways. And wherever your hand moves, it leaves trails of light behind it. And it offers trails in front of it. And wherever we move from this place to that place, there's a trail behind us of light. And wherever we're going, there's a trail of our intention that's ahead of us. And start to feel this light, that you're creating with light. And you're co-creating with light, right? From as above, so below. Heaven on earth. Heaven through this voice. Heaven through your voice. Heaven through your touch. Heaven through your thought. How do we create this new world and see yourself walking through this light world with all these other light beings, and just feel the potential now in this dreamy Pisces moon world as we're sort of underneath, and through the looking glass, I've been saying lately, everything's different and everything's the same, right? But everything's different on the outside, right? But it's all in motion and change is happening. And how do we move through these changes in fluidity and in grace and in elegance and in beauty and in assistance and in creation? From this deep space now, find your center. And feel all this light world around you and within you that heals your nervous system, that heals the brain and mind, that heals depression and anxiety, that heals the physical body, your organs. Feel yourself be healed in this meditation a little more, a little more. So you feel like there's light within you and light shining out of your fingers. And light shining out of your hair, like there's a halo all around you. As you breathe in and out through the heart center, in and out through the heart, connecting to all hearts, all blessings, to all beings, as you connect to all hearts, everywhere. And in that space now, become silent, silent like the night. Silent. Here's our seed thought for the silence. I stand in the enlightenment of divine love with my brothers and my sisters everywhere. I stand in the enlightenment of divine love with my brothers and my sisters, all. We'll just take a few minutes now. Dreaming a better world, dreaming a healing, dreaming peace, dreaming together light, dreaming awareness, dreaming. We dream together in this enlightenment, in this enlightenment. We dream of love. We dream of compassion. We dream of rectification. We dream of healing this earth, each other, ourselves, dreaming. Dreaming it into fruition, into manifestation, into realization. We dream our world anew. Om, Om, Om. And from wherever you are, in your own space, by a breath, just closing this meditation and allowing it to continue in the next days, tonight and tomorrow and the next day. It's not done yet. This dreaming, creation, manifestation, realization. We'll use the Om, a single Om, a single exhalation to close this meditation and to carry this light in our hearts out there and in here, because we need it too. So when you're ready to take a breath for the Om, inhale. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this full moon meditation in Pisces. The next full moon is October 1st, Thursday, October 1st. So we're at the beginning of the month now. So maybe I'll see you there, I hope so, or in the yoga, or in my meditation class, or wherever I get to see you. I look forward to it, and thank you for being part of this tonight. Take good care.